Hello dear viewers, Zigga Zigga, Murdoch X here, and I'd like to talk to you about one of the oddities in PlayStation 2 game collecting. 3-packs. There are 20 of these 3-packs that I'm aware of being sold here in the United States, one of which is rare and shrouded in mystery, one of which contains 2 PS2 games and a bunch that made strange selections for which to include, and here they are in all of their triple game glory. Let's start this off with one of my favorite racing games of all time, Burnout 3 Takedown, which is part of the Burnout Anthology 3-pack. Burnout 3 Takedown is a racing game, but you're rewarded for dangerous behavior like driving into oncoming traffic and scuffing the cars you pass. It's a fantastic game, and let us not forget the wreck everything destruction modes. I need to play this one more. This is a fantastic title. The other 2 in this pack both came after Burnout 3, and they are Burnout Dominator and Burnout Revenge. These were after Burnout 3 and before Burnout Paradise, and I don't believe I've ever played either. I look forward to getting my hands on this pack and giving them a shot. The next 2 sets are both Devil May Cry 5th Anniversary collections. There is a black pack and a white pack. They contain the same games and have the same SLUS number on the spine. Contained in this set is Devil May Cry 2, and Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening Special Edition. Besides having 2 case variants, this version of Devil May Cry 3 is also a bit odd. This was the rebalanced re-release of the game. The 3-pack version of this game is a white case compared to the black ones of the other 2 games. From the open side, it looks a bit strange to have this white one sticking out, but it's nice that it's not a red greatest hits version. I believe the game cases that come in these 3-packs are the only way to get a non-greatest hits version of Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. On that note, when you're out buying games, make sure to keep an eye on the game spines. If the SLUS number has a P in it, it's probably part of a pack. I believe that all of the 2 and 3-pack games are like this, but don't quote me on this though. SLUS numbers are all over the place and not entirely reliable. But speaking of strange game cases, wait until we get to the Metal Gear Solid pack. That one has an odd one. Next up is Dragon Ball Z Trilogy. Included in this pack is Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2, and Super Dragon Ball Z. There is a Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on the PS2, but for some reason that's not in this pack. These are all Dragon Ball Z themed fighting games, and it's too bad that Budokai Tenkaichi 3 isn't in this set, as it's worth about $42 right now. I love how strange these game selections are. I wonder if these 3-packs were for selling overstock games, or if this was just an attempt to make more money by selling them in packs. Or perhaps it was better to put less known titles into these, as people may have already had the big name games. Maybe this strategy was to include one great game that everyone wanted, as well as 2 other titles that weren't moving as well. Whatever the reason, I support it. PlayStation 2 game collecting is more interesting because of this. Next up is Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy. This one is straightforward. Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Absolute classics. You know what? I don't believe I have ever played Grand Theft Auto 3, but I have had hot coffee. Guitar Hero 3-disc set, which contains Guitar Hero 2, and Guitar Hero Encore Rock the 80s. This must have been released before Guitar Hero 3. Another strange mix of games for a 3-pack, but at least they didn't try to bring in other games by Harmonix like Band Hero Frequency or iToy Antigrav. This next pack is the Harry Potter Collection. I've heard good things about the PS2 Harry Potter games, but I haven't spent much time with them. This is one of the few sets that makes sense. With this pack we get Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which are based on books 2, 3, and 4 in this series. I have not had the joy of playing Azkaban yet. I need to come back to these games sometime. My wife already owned some of these before I started collecting PS2 games, so I don't believe that I've ever played any of these as part of a collection update. Which means I may not have played them at all. Which would be a damn shame. Next up is Hitman Trilogy with bonus disc. This bonus disc is a Kane and Lynch preview. Kane and Lynch being a PS3 game, which made me skeptical about the information I was finding, so I went and checked my 3-pack to see what was in it, and I found a 007 game in there instead. That is so obnoxious. And now I'm going to have to rebuy this damn thing again over a stupid disc that I have no interest in watching. Besides this bonus disc, the pack comes with Hitman Blood Money, Hitman Silent Assassins, and Hitman Contracts. By the way, the research that goes into these videos is part of why I make them. I had no idea that my 3-pack was incomplete until I began working on the script for this video. There are so many little things that could be missing or swapped out when you buy a PS2 game. Movie tickets may have been used, collector's cards get lost. Hell, I always sent in the registration cards for my PS2 games, so those are missing from any of the titles that I've sold back. On that note, if you are a PS2 game collector, I have my email address listed on the YouTube About page. Hit me up and I can add you to a Discord channel where we talk about this stuff and try to keep track of all of the variants. So that was crazy. I found the demo disc is in there after all. I opened it up when I was doing my research, saw the wrong disc in there, and then went to show it off on camera and found the correct disc. So, well, that's fun. Glad to have the actual complete thing, which I thought I didn't have, which I thought I did have. And now, Medal of Honor Collection. It comes with Medal of Honor Frontline, Medal of Honor Rising Sun, and Medal of Honor European Assault. These are better than I thought they would be, and I need to come back to play them sometime. Mortal Kombat Collection. They spelled collection with a K. That, my friend, is branding. Included in this pack is Mortal Kombat Deception, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Shaolin Monks. That's the one they turned into a platformer, right? I played that forever ago and I remember liking it. The one downside for 3-packs, and maybe this only applies to me, is that I don't consider them part of the core collection. I play all of the individual games that I purchase, but I can't say that about all of the 3-packs I own, because I know that I'll end up buying all of their contents again. 3-packs also make counting my collection a pain, as there are duplicates, variants, and a PS1 game. Namco Classic Fighter Collection. This one includes Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken 4, and Soul Calibur 2. I don't know much about these, but my buddy K-Bash here on YouTube has some in-depth videos about the Soul Calibur lore. Go check him out sometime. Naruto Ultimate Collection. I believe there are 5 Naruto games on the PS2, and the 3 that were selected for this pack are Naruto Ultimate Ninja, Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2, and Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles. People love these games. They have a big following and decent scores on Metacritic. I am surprised at how short they are though. It looks like these games range from 5 to 12 hours of gameplay to beat. Also of note, they continue to make these titles long after the PS2. There are so many Naruto video games. The Need for Speed Collection. This one includes Need for Speed Underground, Need for Speed Underground 2, and Need for Speed Most Wanted. One of the most straightforward packs. Or is it? Need for Speed Most Wanted has a Black Edition variant. Onimusha, The Essentials. Included in this pack is Onimusha Warlords, Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny, and Onimusha 3, Demon Siege. Capcom Samurai Fighting. Next up is ESA Foundation Compilation Set. This may be the most rare of the official packs that I'm aware of. ESA stands for Entertainment Software Association, and it's the group that was formed to fight video game censorship back when folks wanted to be mad about Mortal Kombat. After some digging, I found a GameSpot article from 2005 that says this was part of a charity event for Child's Play, from childsplaycharity.org. Child's Play is a game industry charity dedicated to improving the lives of children and teens in children's hospitals around the world. Child's Play currently has a network of over 180 children's hospitals worldwide, as well as 200 domestic violence shelters across the United States. This pack includes Splashdown, Rides Gone Wild, ATV Off-Road Fury 2, and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Lately I've been hearing good things about Splashdown, Rides Gone Wild. I'll have to keep an eye out for this set. This is harder to find than Rule of Rose, but only sells for around $20 rather than $500. Video game collecting. What a strange hobby. PacMan Power Pack. Included in this set is PacMan World 2, PacMan World 3, and PacMan World Rally. The good news is that Pac-Man Fever was not included here, as it's one of the lowest rated games on the PS2. Resident Evil The Essentials. Included are Resident Evil Code Veronica X, Resident Evil Outbreak, and Resident Evil 4. This pack is a little bit different as it has a slip cover over the box. I was lucky enough to win an auction for a sealed copy of this one. The next set is the Crash Bandicoot Action Pack. Contained within is Crash Team Racing, Crash Nitro Kart, and Crash Twinsanity. I haven't played Twinsanity yet, but it sounds like an open world version of the platforming Crash games. Then there's the 2 racing games. Not sure why they picked these over Wrath of Cortex and Mind Over Mutant, but they're worth playing. There are a ton of bad kart racers on the PS2, but these 2? They're okay. SmackDown vs. Raw Superstar Series, which includes WWE SmackDown vs. Raw, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, and WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. And finally the pack that I believe is the most unusual of the batch, which is Metal Gear Solid The Essential Collection. Included in this pack is Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Substance. Substance and Substance are enhanced versions of the original Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, but that first game? That's a PS1 title. Check this out. This is the only PS2 game case that I'm aware of that has been altered to hold a PS1 game. I love this so much. And there's also a 3-pack for the PlayStation 3 that contains a PS2 disc. Interesting stuff. So there we have it, my friend, a few of the oddities in PlayStation 2 game collecting. Here's a question for you. Since the ESA Foundation pack wasn't sold at stores, does that count as an official part of the collection? It does have its own SLUS number, but then again, those aren't the most reliable. There are some variants that reuse old SLUS numbers, and there's one game that actually has 2 separate numbers, likely because of a typo. There's a lot of gray area in this hobby about what to count as part of the collection. It's something that I always kind of struggle with when I'm doing my collection updates. Thank you for watching, and of course, if you would be so kind as to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to that 1,000 mark so that I can unlock the rest of the features that YouTube has to offer. Thank you.